What's that thing over there coming out of the sky?
I know it's not good when you drop the OMG. Oh my god. What's that? Turn around. And fair play, there's a massive water spout.
I'm T and this is Kath, and this is our home, Calad. In 2018 we sold our possessions, left our jobs and said goodbye to Manchester to become full-time sailing nomads.
Ah! Better, yeah.
We've been sailing around the world for the last 3 years now, doing our best to document the adventure as we go. We haven't put a time limit on this, we don't have a fixed plan, so we have absolutely no idea how this is going to turn out. We hope you'll join us for the ride, and if you enjoy the Sailing Nomads videos, please consider subscribing. It's a great way to support our channel. Thank you and welcome aboard.
So we left Ikaria, and then Mitty does this quite a lot, but it was quite a big one. She went, oh my god, and fair play, there's a massive water spout.
But Kath obviously didn't want to alarm me, so all she said was, oh yeah, well, that's a water spout, and it was quite far away, so I was like, oh, okay, oh, that's interesting.
You've got to downplay it, haven't you? Yeah. I mean, it was fine, and after slightly longer assessment and kind of tracking, it was going in the other direction. But
yeah, you could see the bend in it. It had a bend, and
it was quite alarming.
You could see that it was going the other way though.
Yeah, but you could see it hitting the water, and the water, like, you know,
it was far away,
splashing up. But yeah, it looked like the water was on fire.
Fortunately for us not so hardened Mancunians, the weather front soon passed, and the rest of the passage from Ikaria to Mykonos was water spout free.
Oh my god. Oh, please.
So at least that's in the opposite direction. Don't go on the other side.
Go on, mate. Off you go. Go on, mate. Please don't get caught.
This is tense.
Oh my god, wait!
Oh god, he's going to land on the, on the mast.
Just go.
Just go.
After the slightly worrying bird incident, we were lucky enough to squeeze in a drive-by visit to the mythical birthplace of Apollo, Delos Island. Then we had a halfway stop on Syros, capital of the Cyclades, to wait out some wind.
Today it's really windy, so we're on a mission to climb to Loch Church. We've already climbed one hill. Just a few more to go.
The climb was worth it, as we were soon rewarded with a spectacular view of the historic fort. The quay has a bit of a reputation for being very rolly, and you definitely do need extra lines out. But we think it's well worth it for the city provisions an incredible harbour master Thanasis, who turns 2 fabulously coordinated looks a day.
We've had a sound when the engine's like over 2000 revs RPM in gear and forward. We've had like a popcorny sound, like a bit of a knock, but not like a heavy knock, a kind of more like a ping knock. And we've also had fuel in the bilge. I've got a theory that it's actually compression knock, because we're losing fuel. It's not happening in neutral, and it's happening a bit in reverse, I think, which points to the not getting enough fuel in the injectors, so when the piston goes up it's sort of failing and knocking, and it happens more the more revs we put on. So when we were in Marina de Ragusa, I changed one of the delivery O-rings on the high pressure fuel lines for coming from the injector pump, but I didn't change the other 2. Firstly because they weren't leaking and I thought why create more problems, but secondly because for the life of me I couldn't crack the nuts and I didn't have a proper toolkit then. So my theory is that those O-rings, the 2 that I didn't change, are failing us, and actually when we videoed the engine when it was running and making the popcorn sound, they were leaking. So we're going to change them and we're going to see whether that fixes the problem. These are the 2 old O-rings, and they're not too bad. This one's a bit scuffed, but they were lying like diagonally across the threads, whereas they should be up the top like that one. And these old ones are a bit brittle. I don't know if you can see that. They're a bit brittle and sort of worn down at the sides, so we're going to put new ones in. I'll keep those anyway, but I'm going to put new ones in, nice and fresh seals, and hope that this prevents our fuel leak and in turn prevents our popcorn compression knock, or octane knock it's sometimes called. So we're going to give that a go. Who knows, but you know, let's pretend we know what we're doing and then give it a go. So here we go. First one. You've got to be careful because they've got these little springs inside. If you lose one of them, so that's one. So that sits much more proud than the one I just took off. I mean, blimey. I feel like a jewellery model. Right. So, last one going in. You've got to be careful of these springs. It helps to have little fingers. Turn it the wrong way first. Wait for it to crack. And I'd just like to point out what these are. These are actually wine bottle stoppers. They're like plastic and they kind of go over the top of wine bottles, but they make perfect plugs for the coolant.
Blue one under there as well.
So we've got one here as well. I'm gonna get more of them, it's perfect. We also use them, we've got a swimming ladder that like folds down and it rests on the side of the boat. They're perfect to stop rub. So we like them, we'll get more of them. This is the last one going in and then I'll reconnect the line and fingers crossed we won't have any leaks. got off that boat? About 20. Just been on a day trip. Got enough of this.
Our next stop was Athens for one of our biggest projects yet, getting the rig replaced. It wasn't due to be done until next year. However, Kath had gone up the mast over winter and found some cracks in the terminals, so we weren't going to take any risks. After a heap of research, we found professional riggers we were happy with. They were extremely efficient. So within half an hour of us arriving, they were up the mast and removing the wind instruments. The genoa was taken off, the boom was lowered to the deck with the main still attached. The stays came off, and before we knew it, the mast was removed by crane. When they took the mast off and left it on the dock, it had the antenna on it, and when they came this morning, it didn't. And we've just had an extended conversation about whose responsibility it is to deal with that problem. And at one point it was ours, and then fortunately it's been resolved with a second-hand antenna.
What do you think of the work? We've just checked all the terminals.
Looks alright.
Strong.
The rig was replaced with German-manufactured 8mm Python wire rope, with new high-mod terminals from Denmark and the UK. Swaging was done by an A350 wire Technic machine. Within 2 days, the rigmarole was nearly over for Calad, and she went from being a little bit sad to having her mast put back where it belongs. We hope you enjoyed our second trip across the Aegean. Join us next time when we finally discover what that knocking sound was. And if you like the videos, don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, or just say hi in the comments below.